What's up, YouTube? You're inside the edge. I want to say thank you for tuning into this video. Today I'm going to do a movie review. I'm sure this video is not going to get a whole lot of views. This wasn't a very popular movie in the 90s, I would say, but this was definitely an interesting movie that I've recently just seen. Today we're going to talk about Revelation. I'm excited to talk about it just because, with me being a Christian and just seeing how the world and what's going on, a lot of us is always talking about the end times. Are we living in the end times? We're seeing so much with the climate changing and animals just dying off of, just the environment. And then you just see gun violence. You just see so much happening. And, a lot of people always, points to the apocalypse. This is happening. I'm just thinking of the guy from The Office when he's like, "Oh my God, this is happening." That scene just came into my head. But yeah, guys, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So we're gonna talk about Revelation. I'm just gonna dabble on this, man. So this movie was directed by Andre Van Herden. It was written by Paul. His name is Paul Lalonde and Peter Lalonde. So they might be brothers. It sounds like. So this movie also has some very good popular characters: Jeff Ferry, Tony Napole, Kira Alter, Ledge Lewis, and we have just a lot of other good actors that played in this role. And basically, this movie is actually a sequel. There's this whole Revelation apocalypse movie. It's a huge sequel. There's a whole lot of movies to it. You got the, Left Behind series, and then you got Judgment Day. So you have all these movies that circulates over the idea of this new world order. So we're going to get into that. So, Revelation, just dabble right into it. We see that the star character, his name is Stone. He's an officer. He's working for, the government, and, his family goes missing. Millions of people at this point, it's a dark time. People don't have faith in anything. We do see Christians. There will be Christians living in the future, even when the rapture does happen, whether they believe that they were saved, or these people thought they were saved, but they really didn't know Christ. So there will be Christians in the future that will be facing this reality of the rapture and actually witnessing the Antichrist. And then actually Christians will be criminals. They will be looked upon in society as criminals because they're not partaking into O.N.E, which is One Nation Earth, which is a world government created by the Antichrist. And we also just see that throughout the film. But basically what the biggest trigger to me, the biggest fascinating storyline to this film is the whole virtual reality, because you think of movies like The Matrix, we would say is before his time or ahead of his time, and this movie was in a sense ahead of his time, because virtual reality is something that is being brought to us now in 2022. We're seeing virtual reality, the headsets, we're seeing that now with playing through video games or fitness, well-being. So we are already starting to see that this type of reality right in front of us, which was just really fascinating. And and I guess I'm just gonna kind of fast forward it, but the main point of this movie was the Antichrist was using this system. He was using Days of Wonder. That was the name of this event that was gonna partake place. And we also see how Stone ends up meeting this guy, Willie Spinino. We end up seeing how Willie is a computer hacker. He's a guy that actually works for the Wonders of the World. He actually works for the company, and his duty is to actually have access to see what this whole VR set is all about. He actually shows Stone like, whoa, like look at what this VR system is about. You're entering another reality where there is no there is no destruction, there is no plagues, there is no diseases. There's a scene where both of them, they're just literally on the beach, enjoying the breeze, even though this movie was made in 1999. It looked a little bit cheesy, but you also just see how this virtual reality will manipulate people into joining this new world, because Earth is full of darkness, because the Antichrist made this world full of darkness, and all the godly people in the world has already reunited with Jesus. So man, what was just a little bit chilling about this scene is because I think in the future people actually will, partake in this if this was something that was in the future. And as you also see throughout the film, towards the end, I mean, you see how the Antichrist manipulates. I'm trying to think of the blind woman's name. Oh man, it's not coming to me. But if you guys watched it, you know what I'm talking about. But he actually tricked her into getting the mark of the beast. And that's actually something written in Revelations, how people will be anointed on their forehead or on their wrist of, 666 or the mark of the beast. And, this woman was blind, but when she went into that reality, she can see, she can, look and it gave her a new feeling. And he fooled her, and she was fooled by the Antichrist. And eventually, oh man, I couldn't believe this dude turned on us. But Willie, man, this guy turned on Stone, and he actually ended up also getting the mark of the beast. This guy was in a wheelchair, and just imagine you're in a wheelchair, you go into a virtual reality, and you can walk, you can run, you can do things you imagined. So this was a world that Willie thought it was better for the world and the people of the world to get into this reality, which I just think that is pretty much like the bigger picture of what I kind of really want to touch up on is, this virtual reality. I mean, to be honest, me watching the film, and again, this is just a movie, guys. It's not, it's biblical as it is, but it's also a movie. But what I thought the Antichrist, I thought his plan was going to be pretty much to, convert people. And the Antichrist, he actually wants people to worship him. He wants to be the Messiah. This stuff is written, but with all that being said, it's almost like, how much more do you want to be worshipped? I mean, this guy was going to kill people if you told him no, if you denied him. So this is the world that that can be seen in the future. But for me, I thought that the Antichrist was going to pull a lot of people into this virtual reality, and I thought he was just going to turn it into like hell. Like, I thought he was just going to hit the switch on everybody. I thought he was just going to promise everyone this good life, and I just thought he was just going to, just on a snap of a finger, just everyone just gets tormented. Like, I was waiting for that moment. And, another character I really want to point out was Hannah. She was in a couple of the other apocalypse movies. But Hannah, she was a person of faith, and she was trying to lead Stone into the path of faith. This guy was hopeless. He didn't have a family. He lost his wife. He lost his kids. But, Hannah was the woman that was always in his ear. Just have faith. There's a point in time where Stone got so fed up when he was yelling at her about the cup, the whole cup. He was like, I would have faith in God if this cup can turn over, but God doesn't work like that. And that's what she was also trying to teach him. But as far as Mr. Parker, that scene when he killed Stone, or he killed his Stone's partner, I thought that was a moment where people, at least for me, when I was watching, I was like, man, this dude just had the supernatural powers, and just like, man, that was like something that you see in the Matrix. But the Antichrist is something that a lot of people question, because I question that, like, is the Antichrist, is he's gonna, is he gonna be in the human flesh? He's a demon in the human flesh. What is he? But this overall was a good movie. Overall, I think it was a good movie. The acting could have been better. Maybe a lot of things could have been better, but I just like the whole virtual reality aspect of the film, because this is something that can really happen in the future, and it gave me a futuristic mindset. But I don't want to make this video too long. I'm already at 9 minutes, but I want to hear you guys' opinion. I feel like I kind of missed out on a lot, but at the same time, like I said, this movie, it just connects with what's going on now. We see so much of, the New World Order, and that's something we hear so much. And, this is just something that it's in the prophecy, in the future, this is what the path is looking like. As you look around today, it's a dark world, man. The world's getting darker and darker. We need spirits. We need good godly spirits. We need followers of Jesus. We need to spread the gospel. And, man, that's just my message for you guys, man. Just, the world isn't looking too good. So, all we can do is spread the gospel and, just keep our mind sharp. And you know, I didn't want to get too conspiracy into the mark of the beast, but you know, that's just something that's written in the prophecy. So until next time, guys, this was a good film. I recommend it. You can watch this on YouTube. You can watch this on, I believe you can also watch this on Amazon Prime. You could also just watch this somewhere free, you know, but yeah, guys, I definitely want to hear your opinion. Or if you guys are a believer in Christ, I mean, give me a Bible verse, interact. But this was a really good movie for its time, and I'm actually gonna have to just watch the rest of the other sequels and you know, just have some fun, you know. Until next time, guys, be safe, have a good one, and God bless. See you guys on my next video. Peace.